Hey everybody! Welcome to this English listening podcast video, and you're listening to episode 8 of the Listening Skills Podcast. You can use this video to train your listening and comprehension as I speak. Today topic, describe a fishing area that you visited once. I remember a fishing area I visited once, tucked away in a remote corner of the world, a place that seemed almost untouched by time. It wasn't just a fishing spot, it felt like stepping into a storybook scene. The journey there was half the adventure. The narrow, winding road twisted through dense forests that stood tall like ancient guardians. The trees, oh, how they towered. Their branches intertwined to form a natural canopy, allowing only shards of sunlight to pierce through. It was magical, almost unreal. As we approached the water, the air changed. It was crisper, cooler, and carried the faint, earthy scent of damp soil and fresh water. There it was, the fishing area. A pristine lake, spread out like a mirror, reflecting the towering trees and the sky above. The water was so still, so calm, it felt almost wrong to disturb it. But isn't that the thrill of fishing? That first ripple when you cast your line? Oh, the anticipation. The dock stretched out over the water, its weathered planks creaking underfoot. It was rustic, with cracks and splinters that told tales of years gone by. A lone wooden bench sat at the edge, and I claimed it as my throne for the day. Sitting there, I could see the lake was alive. Dragonflies darted about like tiny helicopters, and the occasional fish broke the surface with a splash, teasing us with their playful leaps. You think you're clever, don't you? I whispered under my breath, smirking at the challenge ahead. The sky that day was a painting in motion. Puffy clouds drifted lazily, changing shapes with every passing second. Was that one a sailboat? A bird? Oh, who knows? But wasn't it fun to wonder? The sun hung high, its warmth perfectly balanced by a gentle breeze that danced across the lake. It felt perfect. Too perfect, maybe, like nature was putting on a show just for me. I remember baiting the hook, my fingers fumbling slightly as I worked with the squirming worm. Hold still, will you? I muttered, laughing at how ridiculous I must have looked, waging a tiny battle with my bait. With a flick of my wrist, the line soared through the air, cutting through the serene silence with a soft plop as it landed in the water. And then, the waiting began. Oh, the waiting. It's both the best and worst part of fishing, isn't it? You sit there, watching the bobber, waiting for it to dance. Time slows down, and suddenly you notice everything. The gentle rustling of leaves. The rhythmic lapping of water against the dock. The distant chirping of birds, their songs weaving into a melody that could soothe any soul. It was peaceful, yes, but also exhilarating. Every second felt like it could be the moment. And then it happened. A tug, faint but undeniable. My heart raced as I grabbed the rod. Gotcha! I exclaimed, pulling with all my might. The line tightened, the rod bent, and the battle began. Oh, what a fight it was! The fish darted left, then right, diving deep to escape. My arms ached, my grip faltered, but I wasn't giving up. You're not getting away that easily, I muttered through gritted teeth, adrenaline pumping through my veins. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, I reeled it in. A fish, glimmering silver, its scales catching the sunlight like tiny mirrors. It wasn't the biggest catch, but it was mine, and oh, was I proud. I held it up, marveling at its beauty. Its eyes, so wide and unblinking, seemed to stare back at me, as if to say, well played, human. Well played. But the day wasn't just about the catch. It was about the moments in between. The laughter shared with friends as we swapped stories of the one that got away. The snacks we munched on as simple, yet somehow tasting better under the open sky. The occasional mishap, like when someone's line got tangled in the bushes, followed by groans and giggles as we tried to free it. Every moment was a memory in the making. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, the lake transformed. It was no longer just a mirror, it was a canvas. The reflections of the trees and the sky above blurred together, creating a masterpiece that no artist could replicate. The air grew cooler, carrying with it the faintest hint of dew. It was the kind of beauty that makes you pause, makes you grateful to be alive. We packed up as twilight settled in, our hearts full and our spirits high. The journey back was quieter, the kind of silence that comes when words can't do justice to the experience. But in my mind, the day replayed over and over, the sights, the sounds, the feelings. That fishing area wasn't just a place, it was a piece of my soul now. Even now, as I sit here writing about it, I can still hear the whispers of the water, feel the warmth of the sun on my skin, and see the glimmer of that fish in my hands. It's funny, isn't it? How some places leave such a mark on you. That fishing area was one of those places for me, a little slice of paradise, a reminder of nature's simple, yet profound, beauty. Would I go back? In a heartbeat. Alright, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.